I've been noticing something about myself lately. Every time I get an idea, I come alive. I research it, I plan it, I write it down. But somewhere between the excitement and on a random Tuesday when nobody's watching, I stop showing up. And for the longest time, I thought that meant that I just haven't found the right idea yet. But I don't think that's what's happening anymore, because I was building my business the same exact way that I used to trade, and that's on emotion instead of a system. And once I picked up on that pattern, it completely changed the way that I understood consistency. I have started more things than I could finish, and for a very long time I truly thought something was wrong with me. But as I continued to study day trading, there was a pattern that stuck out to me that changed how I seen showing up. So in day trading, there's emotional trading and then there's systematic trading. Emotional trading is trading based on how you feel, while systematic is based on rules. And I realized I had been building my business the same exact way that I used to trade, and that's on emotion, on the feeling of the idea rather than the discipline of the system. Being inspired is an entry point, it's not a foundation. That feeling of inspiration, that's real, that's God-given, but it's only an invitation, because see, excitement has a limited shelf life. That dopamine spike that you feel as soon as you get that idea, that's only going to, statistically speaking, last between 3 to 10 days. And the problem is that most people only build on what they're feeling at that moment. Because if you only work when you feel inspired, it's going to allow you to be halfway. You're not going to be able to serve fully the way that God needs you to, where He's calling. So that means that you're only going to work when you feel inspired. And that's occasionally after that dopamine wears off. A day trader who will only take trades only when they feel excited will miss the absolute best setups, but take the worst trades ever. The feeling is not the signal. The rules are. The rules for your execution are. The inspiration is just an invitation to start. I'd also like to add, this is where you get a divine interruption. This is where God stops you in your tracks, downloads that idea, and the next part is on you to let Him guide you into how to build that system and how to get there. Because that discipline is just the commitment to continue. It's not the idea that doesn't fail. You just haven't gave in enough consistent days to even see if it will work. In this day and age, I'm just not consistent has become this identity statement that we have taken on. This is not a character flaw, sis. This is a systems problem. Being consistent without having structure only runs on willpower, and that willpower will deplete every decision you make before you even get to your business. Having structure is what removes that decision and that battle between our minds. So if you put on your calendar on Monday is content day, this is not for motivational purposes. No, this is a fact. This is the system that you have created. When it comes to me executing on a trade, I have 3 mandatory conditions the market must give me in order for me to get into a trade. That does not change by the trade. It does not change by the day or by the week. I decided on what those rules were in advance. It worked for me, and that is the system I created. And I'm learning that business consistency operates in the same exact way. You make that decision once in advance, which allows you to be clear-headed and intentional, and you don't remake this every week or every day based on how you feel. So stop asking yourself, why am I not consistent? And start asking, where is my system missing? When God gives us ideas, He's giving us a responsibility. He trusts us with the responsibility given. And that gap that you experience between excitement and the execution is called stewardship. There's a Greek term, sophronismus or sophronismos. Sophronismos. I don't know the correct term, but the spelling is below. Sophronismus is the word that is in 2 Timothy 1:7. For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and love and a sound mind. The beginning of that Greek word so means safe and sound, and phren means mind and reason. So this term means self-discipline, calm, sound mind, a disciplined mind that will overcome fear. That means that God gave you both capacity and inspiration for discipline, because obedience is not always glamorous. And again, going based off of that dopamine feel, being obedient to God is showing up on a Tuesday when nothing feels special and nobody is watching. And the idea that God gave you is the seed, and you don't keep digging it up every week or every day to keep checking it. No, you water it, you nourish it, you give it sunlight, and show up consistently in the invisible season. And the faithfulness that you have in the invisible season, that's stewardship. And it is the only thing that will turn that inspired idea into a built thing. So the next time you feel an excitement about an idea, receive it. It is real. It's from God. Feel all those things. But then ask yourself this one question before anything else. What is the system that will carry this idea past this feeling? If this video has blessed you in any way, shape, or form, including with my kids running in the background, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more. And if you're feeling bold enough, drop in the comments below. What is the thing that you feel you just keep starting over? Because 9 times out of 10, if you are in the comments, I feel like there's one that everyone could relate to as a whole. And I will sit here and say wholeheartedly, being consistent with content. I know that is the #1 thing that a lot of people can relate to. So drop in the comments below, what is that thing that you just keep starting over? I want to know, and I want to hold you to it. I'll see you in the next one.